Welcome to The Patty Show. My name is Patty Setiatti, and in this podcast, we'll explore the crossing point of the three P's: passion, pleasure, and positivity, and how they can lead you to your own personal paradise. We'll chat with inspiring guests, share practical tips, and dive into stories that will empower you to live your best life. Let's get the Patty Party started. Welcome back to The Patty Show, everybody. Woo! Oh my goodness, studio audience. Oh, snaps too?
Snaps too.
Wow, the diverse, multicultural studio audience today. Before we get to you, studio audience, we're on episode 48 of The Patty Show. Pleasure, living for the little things. We got a lot of cute stuff over here. We'll probably go over it soon. Today we're focusing on pleasure, okay? Mm-hmm. We're talking about the underrated joy of the little things. That make life feel rich and worth living. That's our focus today. Before we continue, just want to shout out to our homie, our brother, Sydney Sarfo, man. The lacrosse coach, basketball coach, the man, the myth, the legend, the Ghanaian prince, as they call him.
Yes, sir.
He does it all. This guy, really great time, man. Foot Locker, why didn't you hire him earlier? Y'all missed out. It's a funny little teaser in the episode. But appreciate you, Sid, one of the day ones out there. Thanks for your good energy always. And one day we'll hoop soon. Lay me. If you know, you know. He knows. Speaking of who knows, today, joining me on this special episode, 48, y'all crazy. Joining me is a multi-talented writer. Whether it is the newsroom or his own poetry, he is the service representative of the only Italian-American food truck in Boston. His love for his community is unmatched, y'all. Does it all. And he is becoming the bachata master day by day. Give it up to my brother, Andrew Murphy. Come on now.
Patty.
Big man, arigato. Woo! Thanks for coming on the Patty Show, bro. Appreciate you, man. If you could just give a little self-intro to everyone, background, passions, hobbies, and how we met. The floor is yours, bro.
First off, thank you for having me, bro. You are too kind. The intro was just
I had to do it, bro.
Too much, but thank you.
I had to do it, bro. It's a real one,
That was beautiful. So yeah, everybody, my name's Andrew Murphy, often known as Murph. I am from Medford, Mass originally, born and raised.
Yes, sir.
We first met, Patty and I did, at Fairfield University.
The best school ever.
Where Patty was the scary RA.
Yeah, I was actually, surprisingly.
And I was the underclassman who he sometimes would like stare at and be like, bro, you better watch yourself. And I'm like, yes, I'm sorry. Or I'd see this.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
Might be exaggerating there, but I'm not exaggerating about seeing you in the gym and you're walking around like, oh, what's up, bro? Like, you run the place. This was the guy in college anyway.
But he's guessing me up.
But yeah, in college, really fostered a love personally for reading, writing, studied the humanities, English, Spanish, literature, all that stuff. And other interests of mine, in addition to reading and working out, basketball, playing basketball, following, love listening to music, hip hop, rap, R&B, reggaeton, you name it. Currently spending a lot of hours every week working for Paisani Food Truck, which we will get into a little bit later.
Shout out to them, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the boys. But yeah, I'm just very excited to be here today, bro.
Arigato again. Thank you, brother.
Yes,
appreciate
you.
Thanks for coming on the Patty Show. Long time coming, y'all. He's also hosting me, so I appreciate you, brother.
Of course.
Boston's the city of dreams.
Yes,
all that good stuff over here. But man, let's take it back.
Yep.
Background wise, you said Medford, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Boston area, Bostonians, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Born here?
Born here.
Here, okay. But the background though, you got a little seasoning. Sazon.
Yeah. So it's funny because in case you couldn't tell, I'm pretty white.
Whoa.
I don't know if the Andrew gave it away, the Murph gave it away, or everything else. But born and raised in Medford. Have a lot of family in the area. My dad's side's been here in like this immediate area for generations, and then my mom She moved here when she was in high school, but originally she was from Mexico.
Oh my goodness!
So,
mommy, we love you. Shout out to all the moms out there.
Shout out my mom.
My mom watches this too. We love the moms.
Love your mom. And yeah, she didn't raise my sisters and I bilingual.
Okay.
But it definitely was something where growing up, like especially when I spent time with family on that side, we would have certain customs like sprinkled in, not heavily, but it was there. It was there. It was there, and it definitely piqued my interest to aggressively pursue learning Spanish. And then honestly, bro, as far as the Spanish goes, just in high school, that oddly enough was probably my hardest class. Got to Fairfield not knowing what I wanted to study, but knowing I still wanted to learn Spanish, and then that I also wanted to study abroad at some point. So that just helped me decide that a double major would be pretty easy in Spanish. And yeah, I'm so glad I did it because I learn more every day now. Like I left Fairfield very bilingual and able to write and read a lot.
Yeah.
But as far as like my confidence in speaking and communicating, the interpersonal conversation stuff, that's really come since with just my love for like Spanish music, really practicing more, and just having, I guess, enough people in my life who are fluent that I can practice with.
Amen. Well, this is my flower section of the patty show.
Oh boy.
How do you say flowers in Spanish, bro?
Las flores.
Las flores.
Yeah.
Section.
Okay.
A la patty show. That's all in French, actually.
Yeah.
Bro, flowers section to you, brother. First of all, thank you again, bro, for having me on the place.
Of course.
Thank you for the good energy from the get-go. Shout out to you, man, for like pushing that Spanish, bro. Like actively wanting to learn more about your family's culture, bro. The culture in general, the language, bro. Because it's not easy, man.
Yeah.
We were talking about it previously in Sid's episode because he doesn't speak a lot of Twi because he's Ghanaian. Because of like being raised that way, like not really learning it. Just like me in Indonesian, I only learned it because I was forced to in school. I kind of had to survive. So I have so much like empathy towards like people that were raised in like different cultures, whatever, and not fully learning the language because it's tough, bro. Because I remember growing up when I didn't know Indonesian. I mean, for Chinese, I feel like it's just how I feel now because I'm not fully fluent.
Yeah.
But you kind of feel like what is it called? You're not part of the culture if you don't speak the language. You know? It's neither here nor there. I feel like everyone should be welcome to it, but it's just something that's always in the back of your mind. So the fact that, bro, you took that stand and you're like, forget this. I'm gonna listen to all the shout out Raul Alejandro.
Oh,
our boy right here, bro. Got through some tough times. All the Latin artists out there, man. You are passionate about it, man. Every time I come back, I'm like, this brother Spanish is better than like the people in like those taco trucks in LA. Like, bro, I'm like, damn. Like, seriously though, bro, you're killing it, bro. I love the passion that you bring, and thanks again for having me here. Thanks for the fun times and the good energy and the decorations, guys. This is his crib. Let's go through a little walkthrough. Actually, my boy. So what do we have right here?
Right here, this is a souvenir from a trip I took last year to San Juan in Puerto Rico.
You're crazy.
And it was
that must have been a crazy trip.
It was a great trip. Went with a friend for 4 days, basically.
Okay.
And we went to Old San Juan, which if you...
Oh, yeah, bro.
Okay, bro. Yeah.
Shout out to you. I'll have you on the podcast.
Anywho. Yeah, that was just a beautiful place. I loved everything about the culture.
The architecture, bro.
The architecture.
And then especially when you go on the top area, bro, you seen the kites and everything?
Yeah.
Man, you're going to make me want to go back, man.
Right. But I don't know. I'm not a huge, like, material person. I'm increasingly trying to become more into fashion. Still at the very beginning of that. But as far as, like, material things, I saw this and I was like, I'm not big on like souvenirs. If I'm going places, I'm more for the experience.
Yeah,
I need that because that's also an homage to Bad Bunny, obviously.
Shout out Bad Bunny
and shout out Benito. And
there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I just definitely wanted to have it.
It's cute, bro. I like it. It actually looks pretty like legit.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes those souvenirs are
right.
You know, that's made in China. Or something. And it's like it's not the best part, but this is cool, bro. I thought this was like actually from the. Like imagine like
the tour.
The tour. Like I'm like this guy. You went on the tour,
right?
$500, sugar daddy right here.
I wish,
bro. Those tickets are crazy. Bro.
I know.
I always wanted to go to Bad Bunny concert though.
Yeah.
That'd be a super fun time, man. Oh my god. So you went to Puerto Rico with a girlfriend?
No, guy friend.
Okay.
Guy
So single
friend,
life right now?
Am I single?
Yeah.
I am. Yes.
Hot boy summer. That's how we do it. Independent man. You don't need no woman. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. Actually. Damn. But you were only there for 4 days,
I
or
believe so. Yeah, 5 days, 4 nights, maybe.
like a little long weekend kind of vibe.
Yeah, and it was amazing. It was like right at the beginning of summer, right when I just started with the truck. So, started with the truck, went there, and then came back and just basically rode that high all summer of like, I just had an amazing trip, and I'm starting this new job, and the weather's beautiful. So that was cool. But then to transition down here, this is just decor for the house.
Yes, sir.
So actually, oddly enough, this is Boston, and this was a gift from a family member who just needed to get me something for like a Christmas swap one year.
Oh yeah.
And I just moved like out of my parents' house, so just some decor for the apartment. But funny enough, I used to walk this route for my lunch break, basically like for a year and a half after college. I worked in that building there. Where I was a service representative, aka a phone rep for a financial company. So my friends at the job and we would do this walk here on the lunch break, and it's kind of crazy because, like, again, growing up in Medford, close to Boston, but not in the city. And I wouldn't venture down to the city unless I like had something to do before college.
There's like no point, bro, because like parking can be terrible. Like it's a lot.
Yeah. So then graduating college, being old enough, like right around the time COVID ended, being old enough to go to the bars, having a job in the city, I was like in Boston all the time. And it was cool because I'm like, I've been here my whole life, but now is like the first time where I'm really immersing myself into like this giant place that
people ecosystem.
And it's just a beautiful view here too. So I really appreciate that. And it actually does more than just being like a probably painting you get, or not a painting, but a picture you get off Amazon.
There's a lot of meaning.
Yeah, there's actually, oddly enough, and I don't even think the person knew that when they were giving me that gift, which is cool.
It's really great quality. Like, what is it, like a picture? And then I don't know how they did this.
I know, it's really cool.
Like, there's no way someone painted it, right? Or
artists are beautiful, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
art is beautiful.
You know, shout out to artists and poets. Speaking of Mr. Poem,
oh boy.
Tell me about this love of poetry. How did it stem from? Did it come from middle school, elementary, a certain rapper maybe?
I think you just hit the nail on the hammer, which is not the saying, but I appreciate it.
I think that is actually
hit the nail.
But there is a hammer down there. What was that hammer over there?
This thing here.
Yes, we got extra props.
Yes, so there are gonna be some props in this episode.
How heavy is this?
Oh, that's heavy.
Brother.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Oh, I'm gonna put that down.
Oh my god.
25 pounds. Goddamn Thor.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, we tried.
Yeah.
Yes. What were we talking about again? Yes, the poetry love.
Yes. So I'll say, like I said, shout out to Fairfield Stags Up. A lot of great professors, a lot of great people there who helps me become the nerd that I am. And I'm saying that as a term of empowerment.
Yeah. There we go. As you should.
Because, just really my love for reading and writing became very clear to me and very strong at Fairfield through the courses and through those experiences there. But my love for poetry goes so much deeper. Specifically, it has to go back to my love for rap. And I know you mentioned artists in particular. I get a lot of flack for this. My favorite artist is T.I.
Okay.
As in Live Your Life. As in Dead and Gone.
Yes.
As in
Dead and Gone. That's a banger, bro.
Yeah.
That's a banger.
I don't know. I think he was just big when we were kids. Like, he had a lot of radio hits, but then also he had a lot of hits. And he had a huge catalog, and
he was fly too.
He was fly, oh bro.
I mean, the swagger. Like he was him. He would walk in a room like you would. Oh, it's T.I. here. Like
it's different too.
Bro's name is initials, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Like that's if my PS in the building. Like
right. And he also, a lot of his stuff is centered around life. I mean, even the songs I just mentioned, like "Live Your Life." He has a song, "Love This Life, Hell of a Life." It's not
life album,
right. It's not always that explicit, but he raps a lot of ways, like kind of like Tupac does, where he's like talking about. It's just like a relatable message. Not always relatable. Like there's a lot. Yeah. We don't gotta go there, but
some of those songs I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But he's just, you can feel kind of like the hunger and the urge to inspire, and just off the art, not artist, which that itself is a huge thing, but like he in his raps is very much so somebody who's a poet, yes, but also just like a storyteller and somebody who's like sonically in a way that rhymes and is very good over beats, telling a great message often. But then other times it just slaps, and he's just got a great flow.
Yeah. But it's the balance of it too, bro. Because like I think I get a lot of flack when I say Chris Brown's my favorite artist.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's a lot of my friends. I love y'all still, but having it's one thing. Like the meaning behind the lyrics is super important, but
yeah,
it's I feel like especially nowadays it's hard to find someone where you like the meaning without liking the external of like the beats, for example, like
yes,
how it's presented.
yes.
You know, like I could like let's say it's I don't know, like this for imagine Ti, bro. He didn't have they had no swagger.
Right.
He wasn't like spitting some bars like all those songs. It'd be hard for you to find it probably. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It wouldn't be in the ecosystem. And
yes.
like nowadays it's easier to find like hidden artists because algorithms and everything like that. Google, you can find anything on Google now.
Right.
Back then, bro, it was like well, we had like the CD era almost. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
you know, like finding music was so hard, and you would just spam the same music over and over again. Like shout out to all the albums, all the old ones out there. Mario, that's my boy. The R&B legends. Who's your favorite boy?
It was that guy who's very, very bad. But there's a there's a
we know who it is, guys. Okay?
Nah.
Bump and Grind. If you know that song,
we gotta cut this part. But it's R&B, rap. There's back to the poetry part.
Yes.
Yeah, just not just T.I. Like I mean, as a kid, you know, Lil Wayne, Kanye, Drake, Eminem, all those guys. Slaughterhouse. I don't know if you've heard of them. It was
Slaughterhouse. No.
It was a quartet of rappers: Royce the 5'9", Joe Budden. No, we got and that you know.
Oh, Joe Budden. He's on the show, right?
Yeah, he used to be like before the podcast. He was a rapper. Like
this brother knows it all, man.
So yeah, that was definitely like a passion of mine. Shout out passion. But rap, hip hop. I now in my older years realized what I really loved about it was yes, the sound of like sonically what the music is doing, but I just love the poetry of it too. And I still do, but now I'm just able to, I guess, be in a better place where I can recognize I like poetry itself also. So, yeah. And then I just, again, lucky enough to be in a lot of great academic settings where I've had teachers and figures there to kind of help me understand the greatness of literature. Not like some necessarily Shakespearean old stuff that's like very coveted by professors around the world, but even if it's just like a guy presenting a poem that he heard somebody nearby present, like just being able to decipher not lyrics, poems and words and just think critically. I think at the root of poetry is like reflection and inward reflection, and then just expanding your mind. Also, when I've been in different roles in my life, when I am working with kids and really just anybody willing to listen, but oftentimes younger people, I'll always tell them like the importance of reading because you're going to expand your empathy that way. You know, I've been blessed, so blessed my whole life. Like I've had a great life, and I know there's a lot I'll never experience. So I value that part about reading, where it's like you're able to put yourself in someone else's position. Not that you'll ever understand what it's like to be. We're never going to understand what it's like to be a woman. I'm never going to understand what it's like to be an Indonesian man from Connecticut. But yeah, just the ability to like put yourself in someone's position through hearing their perspective. You know, you have to be willing to listen to, but also reading makes you listen because you're then following that story and you're hearing those words. So I guess, we're very off topic right now, but the love for poetry is not unrelated to the love for just reading and writing and music and I guess just connecting with people.
Then it goes a lot with your community service work, man. What kind of organizations do you what is it collaborate with, by the way, man?
So first off, shout out to Big Brother Big Sister.
Big Brother Big Sister, bro. That's a program that's been here for ages, right?
I think so.
I think they have it in Connecticut too. Big Brother Big Sister. Okay.
Yeah, my boy Jack, dude I've known since I was 3 years old. Right after we graduated college, he was telling me he got into it. And after college, a lot of your like structure disappears.
Yeah, we were talking about this previous
episode. Yeah. So just being able to like, I have younger siblings, I have younger cousins and family members.
And family out there.
Shout out family.
Family.
But doing that program specifically just has such a strong mission, and that back to what I said about connections. Like there's a world full of people out there, and
insane. Yeah,
I think you're a beautiful example of it. Not to deflect the question too much, but like the ability to know people all over, have a community that's not just like tied together by one thing, but to have these connections that cross state lines, that cross oceans. I'm not related to my little brother, but his family treats me like family, and I view them as family at this point. And big brother, you have permission to use that as an excerpt for your marketing materials. But,
yeah, bro.
Nah, for real. I tell the reps that, like, I've seen big brother, big sister people in public, like people from the company, and I tell them that I'm like, I would tell anybody to do it, and it's a beautiful program. Again, just because like everyone has family, everyone has friends, but if you're willing to get involved into I forget what they call it, not a connection, or a relationship, but like a match, match like that, that's just so beautiful. Like it's another way. It's different than having a family member. It's different than having a friend. The dynamic of your relationship is special. And
bro.
Oftentimes I do feel like, bro, I don't know what. Can we swear on here? No, I won't. I often don't know what the heck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, like even here, it's like, bro, I will be rapping in the car, or not even rapping. I'll be in traffic. I'll be cursing up a storm, and then I'm like, all right, now I have to go visit my little brother who I'm supposed to be a role model for. So it's funny, but it's a beautiful program, and I would recommend anybody looking to do something where they are able to offer their insights to somebody else who's looking for insight and guidance to get involved.
So this is actually the big brother. This is actually the promo video right now. That was beautiful, man. I love all those points, man. And just to like emphasize that more, I feel like this world, honestly, we know this is a default, but we live here not for ourselves, for other people as well.
Yes.
Of course, to fill up other people's cup, you gotta be full too. So I'd recommend doing that if like it's like you're fully available and all the other stuff, because it does take something out of you. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But if you have the time, do it, because man, we're more connected than we think. Whether like you mentioned, like everyone comes from different backgrounds. That's what like our friend group yesterday. Shout out to the fun time we had last night.
That was amazing.
Man, the fact that we had people from different parts of the world, different parts of like the Northeast. I literally flew over. Like little stuff like that, coming to one place to dance, enjoy life, to smile, to have fun. That's what this life is about.
It really is.
The little things in life, We'll get to those little things eventually. I just want to talk about, you mentioned a lot about, your humanities and art and everything, bro. But you're also an athlete. If you guys can't tell, those broad shoulders. Goddamn, Puerto Rico is dangerous for this man over there. AAU basketball.
Yo,
what does that mean?
Bro, you are digging for this, bro.
Wow. AAU, what does that stand for? Asians? No. American?
No.
Asian American?
I don't even know, to be honest. Bro.
Okay, this is not a commercial for AAU.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Yeah. But you did that though earlier. How was that, man? What was the whole process like?
I played a lot of basketball as a kid. I had a growth spurt early. I've been this height more or less, as all my friends and people I've known in my life can testify to. I've probably been this height since like 7th grade.
Bro, you're crazy.
I thought I was to the league.
Bro. What the heck?
5'11".
You're crazy. Say 6 feet, please, because I'm 6 feet too. Bro.
I don't want that world of expectation.
Bro, 7th grade?
More or less, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, you definitely were hooping then, bro.
So I thought I was to the league. But I loved basketball as a kid. I loved, baseball too, sports. Never played football, but loved like the Patriots and all that.
Shout out Patriots. Yeah, that's a real team right there. Yeah,
right? Whatever. So AAU, I think probably like middle school I first started playing, because I was very involved in like basketball through the school I was at the time, like church league, stuff like that. But yeah, I wanted to continue playing, and I thought I wanted to do it through like high school and college. So I got involved in middle school, and there's a lot of overlap like between the kids I played AAU with, the kids I then played with and against in like the school team. But I've loved basketball since I was very young, and at that time, I think it says a lot about like how my parents raised me too. Just like, they'll support me with whatever I want to do, but do your best, try your hardest, and like again, so fortunate, so blessed.
Shout out to them. Shout out to the parents, man.
Shout out mom. Shout out dad. They were able to get me to AAU practices and games and get me on this like, pay for the team, whatever the membership cost. And then like I was able to do that, which I thought was going to then be something I carried through high school, college, and maybe further.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's just like anything else, like sports, like just whatever you try when you're growing up, or just any experience you have, like even if it's not something that necessarily becomes a source of income for you, or like something that opens doors like tangibly, it teaches you so much. It opened doors for me, like mentally, emotionally, like introduced me to other people, introduced me to like help me build a work ethic. So I definitely played a lot of basketball. And Patty, now it's something that I don't do it necessarily as often as I have my whole life, but like pick a basketball at the park. It will bring me together with people who I don't see often otherwise.
It brings that joy again, kind of thing.
The joy. And that's probably what we're going to get into a little more later.
Oh, yes, of course. Shout out to basketball. And shout out to our boy, Paul Martin. How do you say his name?
Paul Martinetti.
Yes.
Whoa, you went.
Yes, bro. Paul. How do you say it?
Martinetti.
Martinetti. Shout out to you, my man. Law office of Paul Martinetti.
Bro.
Man. Is it because he saw you playing basketball? He wanted you as his office assistant? Or
definitely not.
Okay. How did you get that job, bro? Office assistant. What did you do and how old were you, man?
That was like maybe my first summer job. Like second or third summer job.
So 16 then?
15 or 16.
Oh, wow. Okay. What were you doing? Just like admin?
Yeah,
stuff?
exactly. Okay. Yeah, it was, so he's a guy who, this is crazy. I know his family. He knows my family. His office is in the town, in the part of Medford where like I went to school, went to church, all that stuff. And I forget who was talking to who, but basically I just like was like, hey, I'm a rising maybe sophomore in high school.
I like that.
I will work super hard. I don't know obviously anything about law, but he probably maybe like 2 days a week I went in and just did like very basic office work for like 3 or 4 hours. That's so funny you have that on there.
Hey man, I told you, everything's online now, dude. You still keep in contact with our boy Paul, by the way, or no?
I don't know.
Shout out Paul, man. We're having you on the podcast. He's another P name, right there. Yeah. I like his last name though, Martinetti. Martinetti. You know what I'm saying? Martinetti. I'm trying to get good with the accent. His accent goes crazy with our boys in the truck.
Oh, the whole code switching bit we did.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
funny.
He's a voice actor at this point. I love that whole like Italian American. You know what I'm saying? It's a good little vibe over there. And is that why you worked in a food truck, by the way, man? Shout out to the Paisani business.
Shout out the Paisans.
Yes.
So how I started with them, I guess, is Ryan, one of the co-owners I have known my whole life. We grew up together. He is a doofus, but I love him. And so Ryan and Matt went to college together, and they started the business technically right after they graduated college. Like I think they each had a job for like a short amount of time, but they had done a lot of cooking for big groups in college, cooking for their families and stuff. And then they probably got the truck in 2022, but started the business in 2021 with like catering and stuff. And since then, my other guy, Tommy, he's head chef at the truck. He's been with them ever since. They even got on the great food truck race on the Food Network and on HBO.
Okay.
So check
that over there.
Season 16. You can check us out.
There's 16 seasons?
Bro, they got a lot of those.
That's a lot to.
It's
That's a lot. Luckily, the Patty Show now we have no seasons, just one, because it's too much to track, bro. I started doing like season 2, season 3. I'm like, man, this is too much.
No, for real.
We need like a whole team for that.
Right, literally. and soon, one day.
One day, guys.
One day.
Oh, it's at Patty Show Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, MySpace, Tinder, maybe, if you're lucky. PattySetiati.com/podcast and PattyShow.podbean.com. What are your socials, by the way, bro?
I'm gonna plug the truck, honestly.
Oh, yeah, do it.
I'm gonna say Paisani Food Truck, Paisani Food Truck on Instagram, on probably TikTok, Facebook, all that stuff. But check out the boys. You'll see me in an orange hat on a lot of videos. That
he's on TikTok. He's viral, guys.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
He's gonna be viral, bro.
I'm getting reps though. One day I'm gonna be like you. I'm getting reps with this whole like face in front of the camera thing.
It's hard, man. I still get like the even me looking at me right now. Just I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. It's tough out here. But thanks, bro. I appreciate you again, man. Flowers for coming on Patty Show, being vulnerable with us, sharing your story, man. You're a hard worker, man. But you also have some experience, right, with the food industry before this.
Yes. So I grew up.
What's the name? Salvatore's
restaurant. Yeah, dude, that was.
Food, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. You never know. Maybe a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah. No, I mean.
You can never tell. My name is Patrick. So. Like,
right.
You know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Lucario sounds Italian, right?
Exactly. Wasn't there someone that thought he was Italian?
Yes, exactly.
We were talking about it. Lucario, best friend of mine, great friend, while I'm here also.
Yeah.
He was also on the podcast. Shout out, I forgot what episode that is. It's kind of a while back.
16, 17.
16.
I'm a fan of the show, Patty Show Podcast.
I'll pay you later.
Yeah.
So Lucario, of course, if you've seen the episode, he's a young Haitian man, proud of his heritage, all that stuff. But someone in your family?
Yeah, not on the truck. One of the paisans, which fits the brand because as a paisan, I think by signing onto the truck with the contracts that they read out in vodka sauce, you automatically lose about 3 brain cells.
Heard.
Exactly. Yeah. Fellow restaurateur.
Yes, sir.
But yeah. So one of the guys on the truck was just like, he hadn't met Lucario yet because I guess anytime Luke had come to the truck, he wasn't working.
Yes.
And then he heard me like mention his name a bunch, and he was like, Lucario, he's Italian, right? And I was like, well, Jan is Irish, Black Irish. Shout out Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah. And then I was like, Lucario is not quite Italian. You'll meet him soon enough. And then he pulled up to the truck, and he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah.
He's like, oh, it's Jan. No.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homies, man.
Shout out to the boys.
Jan Conan, first episode of Patty Show, so we appreciate you. I think I was wearing the shirt too, actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that's somebody I love, bro. The food industry, man. Shout out to that, man.
Bro, I will tell everybody that I'll say this. If I have kids, and I will tell this to anyone else who's asking for unsolicited advice, your kids should work in the restaurant industry. Because like it's a tough pill to swallow. Like you're gonna be 15, 16 years old hearing 30-year-olds talk about their nights out after closing hours. Like you don't consciously want your kids to be exposed to that because they're still like teenagers, and like there's like once you're in that though, like everyone's your peer. Because like a lot of people in that business are like, we're all in this together. Like we're gonna face the rush together. So they treat you like an adult.
You just took me back. Yeah, the rush together, bro. It's like in the trenches.
In the trenches, trauma bonding.
Yeah, trauma bond, bro. This guy.
Not to be late.
Yeah. But like, that's such a valid point. I never realized how valid and like what's it called valuable my experience was in the restaurant, because that trauma bonding, bro. I feel like you can implement that a lot in life, man. That's how, like for example, with sports, right? Basketball, when y'all struggling against a hard team and you overcome.
Yeah.
Even tighter connections. Yeah. Same for that, man. And you can use that in all aspects of life. And I realized doing like the restaurant work, for example, it's so much easier for me to connect with people because of all the trauma that we've had from work and everything, and coming to realize like we're all human beings that need to use the bathroom, need to make money for the family, trying to live a good life for ourselves and other people, you know, even if we look completely different styles, different taste in music. I love Chris Brown, he loves
Raul Alejandro.
Other R. You know, I believe I can fly,
bro.
If you know, you know.
Yo.
Welcome to the Patty Show, y'all. Where I put everyone on the bus.
Oh my god.
But yeah, bro, the restaurant stuff, man. The Salvatore's,
Salvatore's.
Is it still a restaurant?
No.
Oh, what did you do, bro?
That's an off the camera conversation. But that was a place where, again, Ryan, Tommy, both guys from the truck worked there with me.
Oh my God! Okay.
Oh no, it's deep, bro. Like
Wow.
it was at the town center it was in Medford Square.
I didn't know y'all worked. Okay.
It's deep like that. So there were just so many people from my hometown who I went to like private school, Catholic school, my whole life. So I met a lot of people from Medford that way. But again, it was people my age, people a little older, people a little younger. Once I'd been there for a while, but then also just like adults who became my friends, or even if we're not friends, I learned stuff from it and had experiences with. And there was a pretty busy restaurant, so a lot of people, even on staff, like turnover wise, were coming in and out. But a lot of memories there. I went to college and still worked there for a couple summers. A lot of great memories there.
Yeah, bro. Bro, you just looking back the turnover stuff, bro. You know what that rush comes, or like imagine you have the later shift, for example. That transition period can be hell. Yeah. Oh my God, I worked at a Japanese restaurant, bro. So I think it was 5 o'clock. People started like going to like the hibachi. That, bro, when it just picked up out of nowhere, bro. The morning staff was like, "All right, here you go." You go. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah.
Right to see you.
Exactly.
Bro, it's crazy because I'm like really going back into that like in the memory because my brother's in the short film and it's gonna come out real soon. We locked in. Thanks for the support, everybody. This episode's coming out when the crowdfunding's done, but we appreciate the love again, all that good stuff. But we really want to implement like that restaurant appeal thing, man. Like the snappiness, the low key misogyny. Maybe high key, but like all that stuff. Honestly, I'm not saying it's good or bad, but it teaches you a lot about life without actually like going through a lot of the BS. Because even though maybe sometimes I'm sure you've had some restaurant coworkers, their advice to you, especially about dating and women, it's not the best.
Bro, it's so bad. Guys will be like, "Dude, R. Kelly didn't even do it," and I'm just like, "Bro, we." Like when you're 16, 17 years old and you're looking at an adult who's like twice your age, maybe 3 times as much muscle, and they're saying this nonsense, like it doesn't excuse you not speaking up, but like I'm also it's like we were talking about the other day. When somebody says something so just blatantly dumb or wrong, you're like, how do I even begin to like, where do I go? Also, this person seems pretty passionate about their bigoted cause, so they're probably not going to hear me out.
Oh yeah, it's going to be like talking to a brick wall. Yeah. But what I've realized is like going into those hostile. I wouldn't call it like hostile because it's still like good vibes. Like most people are just chill. Yeah. But I'd say environments that have like adversity in a way, different opinions. Yeah. It's very important, and that's why you mentioned with the whole restaurant thing. I think that's the main key. Working at the restaurant for that because there's gonna be so many different opinions that you have, and you guys have to work together no matter what.
Well, that's what's like icky. I'll even say is like because then whatever restaurant it is, you're gonna work closely, and also it's just like not here to support corporate jobs at all. Like that's not why I'm on this podcast.
Except for the corporate walks outside, health and wellness.
The benefits are good, but
for real, right? I can't lie.
At a job like that in the restaurant industry, it's much more acceptable to talk to your coworkers about anything, no filter, no filter. And I think just like you really at a young age are exposed to some of the worst in people because it can be, especially as a guy too. Like they're going to be comfortable telling you stuff or sharing their opinion. A lot of times rooted in sexism or misogyny. And they'll guys will try to tell you like, "Oh, dude, look at that girl at the bar." Like and really like try to project onto you and make you like, even if that's not how you stand and like not how your values are, you're gonna be like, this guy who's kind to me, who's an older figure, is like wants to be buddy, but I don't agree with what he says. So then it really teaches you that tough thing where it's like, at what point do I speak up? How do I distance myself from people that I'm forced to be around, but I don't agree with their values and morals? And I mean, now in the year 2025, in the month of June, I feel like that's as relevant a question as ever. It's just like, there's every single day, like, thankfully, there's people out here doing great work. And there's so many people out here in the streets protesting, demonstrating, fighting the battles. Um, so it's tough because it's like you really could in any room just take that time and energy to again speak up for things that people in that room probably aren't agreeing with. So it's tough to find the balance too because it's like at what point do you know that your words are actually being heard, which is why I think writing just to bring it all back and not just be sitting here on the you know on the pulpit talking about how hopeless the world looks at times, but it's like words are an art form, and whether it's going to a museum, writing a poem, writing a verse on a song, like they're a way that people want to consume your message without going. They might put their guard down, and it sounds manipulative, but it's like if you're putting on this beautiful demonstration of art, and people want to take in the art, then the meaning might come to them because they're taking in the art as well as part of the message. So, I mean, I'd like to think that's there's a lot of people out there who hear whether it's like about different culture or just about different experience. Like maybe people are grown up like thinking a certain way about people with records or people in the prison system, but then you listen of rappers who talk about why they're in prison, hear their stories, and it's like, actually, who am I to judge? So I think that's a great thing about, again, just we started this point talking about restaurant jobs, but it's like empathy is just so you can never have being out in the world, going outside is always just gonna go outside, bro. Like take care of yourself, take care of your mentals, but go outside, go to the night of dancing, even if you're tired. Like that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's bars right there. That is fact, man. Do it for the community, do it for the people, do it for the children, y'all. For the children, okay.
For the kids.
Speaking of the kids, man, we did talk about all your work in school and stuff.
Yeah.
How was that MIT day camp?
Yo, you went through the whole resume, bro.
Yes. MIT day camp of consular life, man. Tell me about that, Mr. MIT.
Yeah, get out of here, bro. But shout out to Cambridge.
Yes.
Shout out to all the block parties in Cambridge. And that was, I think, the first like 40-hour a week summer job I had. Worked there a few summers with some great friends, friends who I knew prior, friends who I made there. Did that, I think, 3 years, and then did a different summer camp during another year in college. But yeah, man, so again, being the oldest sibling, being shout out my sisters, love you both. Being the oldest cousin for the most part, and distant cousin too. Like in a lot of ways, my family very close. My parents really valued that growing up, so I was exposed to a lot of younger family members, and I've always just kind of had that. I think just whatever the space is, I've always been somebody who enjoys being around kids because it offers a chance to display kindness. I guess to put it simply, like as the older person, people often will, if not look up to you, like they're gonna view you as somebody who's like, as a kid, that's the cool person. So it's like it goes a long way if you're willing to like put your hand out and let somebody play with you, like play basketball with you or whatever, or the little things. That being said, I in high school just needed a job, and it's like let me be outside, let me be active.
There we go. Be outside. Like
be outside. Be outside. But I feel like a lot of people are hesitant to work with kids, just because it's like a lot. Like we love children, but
it's a lot, yo.
Bro, teachers are saints.
More flower. This is another flower. Like
shout out all the teachers.
Shout out to you, bro. So doing all that stuff, all the mentoring, the future, bro. Coaching, teaching, all that, bro. It's
everybody.
It's that work that is so valuable, underpaid, like crazy.
Drastically.
And a lot of times it's very thankless, which sucks because I mean, obviously, I probably was a problem when I was growing up. I was like, oh, man. This guy wants me to read a poem.
Right.
Mister, we tripping, bro. I'm trying to play the 2K. I'm trying to play Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? But then now you think about it, like growing up, like, damn, 27 is crazy. But like, you're like, damn, these people really impacted me. I had, for example, my theater teacher, shout out my boy Sean Mitchell right there. Love you, my man. He's the one that really put me onto like theater and like this whole entertainment stuff, like hosting and everything. Without him, bro, I don't think I would have the Patty show. So I'm gonna have to have you on the show. But having those teachers, the mentors, whatever it is, like you said,
Yes.
the big brothers, the big
Yeah.
sisters, whatever it is, like obviously age doesn't mean they know more stuff, whatever, but having different perspectives from learning from those mentor figures,
Yep.
it's such a beautiful and powerful thing, man. You've done a lot of that stuff, man, as a counselor, right? You worked with Camp Six.
Yep, Camp 6 Acres.
Yes, Camp 6 Acres.
Yeah.
What is it? Where were you at, bro? In Tennessee?
Bro, literally around the corner from where I grew up.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, I don't know the backstory, I don't know the name. Maybe there originally was 6 acres of land there, and then, you know, like,
that's yeah, you're right.
Yeah, something like that. But worked a lot of summer camps, done a lot of different tutoring endeavors, or just, I guess, I don't know. The thing about being a mentor, you know, thinking about Big Brother, thinking about all these experiences, is like a lot of the times if you're just willing to, like, that's the thing, bro. I don't know most things. Like, I don't know a lot. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for a career, like in 5 years, in 2 years, in next year. I don't know. I don't know what I want for my future. I don't know how to deal with a lot of difficult situations. I'm bad at conflict resolution. I can avoid conflict, but actually dealing with it and having a tough conversation, I'm probably worse than most. So do you want somebody like that to be a role model for your kids? Well, I don't know. I'm going to try my best. But I think a lot of times it's just like, are you willing to be high energy? That's huge with working with kids. High energy, like just very enthusiastic, willing to kind of, I guess, hear people out.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, if you think about it, it's like half the time kids are just, I rant about nonsense. Kids do that because
yeah. Sometimes you just gotta listen to
exactly.
It and try to pick out some message.
Yeah.
Sometimes these kids nowadays, TikTok kids, I sound crazy. I sound like Unc saying this.
Right.
I was since my two youngest siblings are like 10 or 12 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So I see all the slang and everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like yapping for nothing, bro. Like it's a circle, but you can find something if you really like try to listen.
Yeah.
It is harder though, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially this new generation.
Yeah.
So I get it. But it's reps.
It's reps, and I think just what maybe I've talked to you about, or just anybody in the past, when I try to figure out like, what's my purpose? Where am I about to be in 5-10 years? Like, how can I put the most good out there every day, spread the most love? I think with kids and youth, it's like malleable might not be the right word, but they're sponges, bro. So it's like that's the age where if you want to get to a point where the world's at a better place, you gotta talk to the youth. You gotta like make the change there. Like that's where the most energy is. That's where the leaders of tomorrow are. Not to sound super cliche, but so even just if we're trying to, and it's again like you need in a lot of ways the most help there, and you're willing to take the most help. Like you need guidance. You need to figure out who you are. We still are figuring out who we are. I'm trying as hard as I can to be as cool as you. Not, but like for real. But like on with kids, it's just like if you're able to give the best parts of yourself to them, even if you don't got your thing figured out, hopefully you can make them the best version of them, or help them get the tools and the resources to get there. And I really do think like in a world that's just so dark and like so filled with sadness, hate, loss, like if we can, that's a very easy way to connect with others.
Because the news is really grim, bro. It's like, I don't know. It's like you see something new and there's always something crazy. And the news is wild, man. But what's even more wild is you were also a news writer, right?
Yo, you are too smooth with it.
With the Fairfield Mirror, is that what it's called?
That was
Fairfield Mirror. Man, that whole experience must have been crazy being a news writer, bro. I mean, I want to say I dabbled, but I was curious about getting into that with because I was a communication major and stuff. But we talk about how depressing the news can be. How did you say like sane while trying to write those articles, man?
So it was insane, bro, because it's a very small scale version of news writing. You're at a college university with 5,000 undergrads. And it was, I'm thinking the first story that comes to mind is a story I did about food insecurity on campus.
Ooh, okay.
So this is one that required from me a lot of investigative work. I think it might have been done over a few weeks, because that just, now that I think back on it, it doesn't sound like the typical 1 week time frame.
Yeah, there's no way, bro, because there's a lot to reach out. Can you walk me through that process?
Of course. So like we would have staff meetings once a week or whatever, and the prompts go out, or the stories that they want written about. the like editors would give you, and then oftentimes like the big writers who are established, who've been doing this and are good at it, they would take those more complex ones. But on this particular week, I think people were trying to do more fun stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'm up for the challenge. And I was also in at a time, maybe it was part of a news writing class I was in, like a journalism class. But I mean, you know Fairfield, bro. Mm-hmm. Fairfield is a very, how do I put this lightly? It is a white school, very white, very
yes. Very blanc.
Blanc.
Oh, that's right.
You got it. You nailed it. You nailed it. But yeah, a lot of Fairfield is, we have a small commuter population, right? Yeah. There's a lot of wealth in that area, in Fairfield area, in the student body, and so the commuter lounge, or just the, like, if you're living on campus at Fairfield, you probably have a meal plan. It's probably worth it in tuition. But whether it's the commuter lounge, whether it's, you know, the population of Fairfield that doesn't come from that super wealthy background, like there is, you know, just because there's certain images that is used that the school's known for, that doesn't mean everybody has it good. I mean, that's never the case. But this prompt was just basically like, yo, we have, and it helps too, because like the commuter lounge I know was right next to the newsroom.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, and that's right downstairs from the dining hall. So, and all the student life activities that went on in the student center there, like, you're gonna talk to the people and hear about the people who are involved in school life, but might be skipping meals to get by, to try to try to get through college and afford getting through college, which is just,
it's just expensive in general. Bro, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because shout out, you know, commuter life, my first 2 years. That's how I met Lucario, actually, a lot of the other homies. Yeah. But that food insecurity, bro, that's a big thing. I do remember, bro, specifically, like, I was like, I be seeing the meals, bro, because I'm like, it's expensive. The big one's expensive.
It is.
The best way, though, shout out to all the homies. Sid would have hooked me up. Yeah. Yannick, too, when he was on campus. They had the meal plan, so you know what you do. It was all, I don't know if this is legal. You know, passport.
Bro, of course.
You know, I didn't look like that because I'm not black. You know, as long as you just do a quick tap on the thing, and luckily a lot of those were also super chill. But yeah, that food insecurity is it's a big issue, man.
It's a real thing.
The thing that helped a lot was having events, because the food, bro. Yes. Shout out to that, man. Always the free food, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yep. And that honestly gets back to a lot of what I'm doing now, like, and trying to.
Crazy, bro. Full circle. Look at that.
Yeah. It's food with personality. Paisani.
Food with personality.
Come get some. But at the same time, it's like, I've had enough people in my life help me figure out, like, food is a love language. Like, we need food to survive.
This episode will go crazy. We got all the different.
Got all the double entendres.
What is this called again? His heart.
Like, what is a heart? Is it cortisone?
But isn't there like a?
Yeah, there probably is.
It's probably like a mascot name or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho, but where are we? Food. Yeah. So like.
Love language, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, currently a small business is like for profit. Like, we sell sandwiches for money. Yeah. But it's, you know, whether it's trying to reduce food waste or do events where maybe we can get a check from a nonprofit that like wants our food, and we're able to then deliver that food in a way that's, you know, we're not losing money, but like we're giving the food to the right cause, or to people who might not otherwise be getting products like ours. You know, it's helped, and that also is like, yeah, just even if it's like something where I'm not doing the business side of things, I'm working the window, I'm frying the cutlets, I'm breading the cutlets, like I'm doing a lot of the manual labor. But I can get in the window and talk to a customer and be like, yeah, I want you to have a great sandwich. I want to make your day. I want to have this interaction be very, like, I don't know what you went through to come, like, because we're not viral, but like the truck has a big following.
Yeah, bro.
And yeah, like 11,400. That's amazing, bro. Hopefully like 15,000 followers by the time this airs. But
yes, sir.
Anyway, a lot of people will pull up to the truck, or like take a lot of time out of their lunch break to wait in line. So you're sacrificing stuff to literally just come get our products. And I don't take that lightly. Like we appreciate that. And, you know, I mean it when I'm like asking you, how's your day going? Like, I want you to have a great experience with us, because like food alone, like that could make or break a day. Like, we have big sandwiches. I don't know if that's the only thing you're eating all day. Like, I really don't. So I want you.
Good as hell, though. I don't know about flowers, man. That food. Awesome, bro. And what's also good, bro, is when you eat it, it doesn't like make your stomach upset at all, bro? Like, man, the eggplant, I love eggplant in my mouth. Okay. Let me not. Let's get it clipped 100%. Oh my god. Anyway, but yeah, bro, it was so good, bro. Like the freshness of it, like the tomato too.
Yeah.
Shout out to the little mozzarella, man. I have to get another one, man. That's so good, man. It's a blessing, man. So I love your passion, man. You just. This is my flower section again to our brother Andrew. Yeah. This brother is not just a pretty face, man. He's not just like the stereotypical white boy that wants to do his own thing and then, yes, I did, I remember him die. He might look like he's like, yeah, rebel, rock star. I look like a guitar player actually, but with the hair like all.
I'm trying to find fashion, bro. I've never had it, but
you have so much substance, bro. It's a blessing that we connected. Even though it was later, we've talked about this during this weekend, bro. But it's crazy how we've crossed paths before, not fully knowing each other, and now we like are like tight, bro. It's like
it's so wild.
Like it's maybe been like a year when we
finally
had the connection. But if y'all didn't know either, too, he is like best friends with Aragi, our homie, right there. Another connection right there because my brother went to Yale and then Aragi went to Yale. They connected over there with the theater stuff. Miss you, brother. We gotta get you on the show. And then that was all crazy, and of course, our first time actually having like a solid conversation was that random night in Boston.
And even that, bro, like Luke and I weren't particularly close at Fairfield. Like I knew Luke because you and Luke did everything. You guys, for real. These guys were leaders the whole way through college, like active, involved. So I would like
be outside. See,
outside, go outside, smell the touch grass, smell the flowers,
all that stuff.
But then even Luke, he would come to Boston, and I'd be like, "Yo, that's fire!" Like I'd slide up on his stories and like show love that way, and he'd be like, "Bro, what are you doing tonight? Like, let's link up." And then our friendship really blossomed that way. Because like we would say hi in the gym or like we'd be part of the same like groups on campus, but we weren't really close at Fairfield. So then like that friendship started really after college. With Jan especially too. Like I knew Jan from like playing basketball or something one time. But like
seeing him pick up, he's around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, our school is not diverse, so it's easy to pick out. You know, oh, that's Sid, right? Sydney's right there. Oh yeah, okay,
yeah. But yeah, man, just look with like the whole squad. Like it goes to show a couple of things. It's like you're never too old to, I guess, not just redefine yourself, but to start something new. Like how beautiful is it that there's no rhyme or reason? Like we don't have a job together. We don't have like, we're not neighbors. We're not living together, but like friendships don't need a reason to be defined. Again, we're talking about community.
Absolutely.
It's something that's bigger than tangible, like connections. It's that idea that like, yo, if I'm going out to LA, you're gonna give me a bit. Like I got a place to stay,
bro. Yeah,
no questions asked. Like it's beautiful because like you don't need like a reason to have people out there who you show love to, but also, dude, like we do this thing like Lucario, Jan, and I. It's a weird kind of like triangle dynamic, just being here in the Cambridge, Somerville, Brighton, shout out Lucario area. In this part of Boston, like we're always like, yo, who wants to go running today? Who wants to go biking today?
Yeah, I love seeing that, bro.
Jan boxes so much, and he's dying to get me into it. Luke started
to. Bro. Recommend, bro. It's fun.
I know. I need to learn how to throw a punch. But it's just like iron sharpens iron. Like whether it's with the workout stuff, but also just like, Luke always out here finding the new way to touch lives and like to do his thing. We saw Jan coaching yesterday. Like
bro, it was inspirational. But seeing that, bro, is nice because also like if you want to, Jan's like a goofball because I've known him for almost 10 years, bro. So it's funny seeing like your homies that are just like, we just laugh, stupid jokes. It's like it's some dumb stuff, but they're doing stuff that's actually impacting the community. I love seeing that, bro. Like with you too, bro. It's like it's so inspiring because it makes me want to do even more of that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful to me. I'm just so grateful, man. Like I said, you're a passionate man. You have a lot of stuff that you do, bro. Yeah. I want to go back to this news writer stuff, man, because I read a couple of articles.
Oh boy.
Have some great headlines right here, man.
Oh boy.
Like I said, man, this is flowers to you. You're intelligent, bro. Not just a pretty face. He's a cultured man. He knows what's up. Like I'll be real with you, bro. The first time I did see you randomly on the Fairfield night, was it Fairfield Nights? That's all. I'm like, oh, he's like every other home, right? I mean, that's what looks wise, and it's not to like that's your word, but then it's even more of a pleasant surprise, bro. You're just a blossoming man, bro. You love life, you give life, you social justice warrior, all that good stuff, man. All that. One of your articles, man. Student diversity advocacy for mental health. Article, man. Tell me more about that whole writing process, bro.
again, something that like even Fairfield, a big institution that's trying to like be diplomatic, like they'll do the things to like advocate for mental health. And thankfully at universities, you might have like universities have their reputation, they have the higher ups, they have like ladders, but there are always going to be pockets, whether it's like the pocket of humanities where the professors are really telling you how what it is, like how to decipher literature for Build the World Outside, the counseling office, which for real, like they're not just putting a message out there, like they'll care about you and they want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. And I know I talked to a couple different counselors at Fairfield during this time, trying to like figure out like how many students they see, get numbers from them, get stats, but also like figure out how they are like doing their everyday, like how are they making sure students know they're there. The article, a big part of it was to promote awareness, like to be like, hey, if you're struggling, it might be far across campus, but we're here for you. And also it is probably taboo. Fairfield's a big party school, and like you're not always going to have, like, we say it's okay to talk about your mental health, but like people, you don't always feel like people mean it. I think June is men's mental health awareness. And it's like, we have no problem getting vulnerable, getting like soft, if you will. But that still is like taboo in a lot of ways. It's like if you're at the gym, bro, like you see all the testosterone going around, and you're like, yeah, bro, I gotta get as big as that guy. And it's like, oh, wait, but no, I was feeling like sad today. I don't need to compare myself to someone else to further feel down. So writing that article, to bring it back together, just involved a lot of interviewing, which I liked, which is a skill that you're obviously just A1 at.
Thank you. And I keep trying to grow, it's a fun time, all that stuff.
Yeah. And yeah, really just kind of like doing the work, because like it's weird as a news writer, you have to just approach people sometimes, and that's a good skill to have, because then it's like it helps you talk to strangers, it helps you really just kind of feel more comfortable as you, because I know a lot of the times that person's not even going to remember you, bro. Like you're thinking, oh my goodness, how do I look? Like what if I come off weird? It's like, bro, if they don't want to talk to you, they won't talk to you and won't think about you again. Even if they do talk to you, there's not like, they might just give you a quote, but they're not gonna, like, you don't need to always care about what other people think. So
damn, you're right, man. This connects a lot to the dating scene. I feel
that the thought crossed my mind, but I'm like, let me not go there.
That's a good mentality to have, bro, because there's so many people in this world, bro.
So many people.
It's easier said than done, but to have that mentality of like, I don't give a of whatever anyone thinks. Like even with this podcast, bro, I was in my mind for a while, like, man, should I do this? The second I realized, like, yo, it ain't that big of a deal. Just do it. There's so much better on the other side of it. Yeah. I'm so grateful I've done it. It's 48 episodes, all that
crazy, stuff. Bro.
It's a blessing, man. And yeah, I talk about the little dating stuff and the nightmare stuff, whatever, all the crazy stuff that we had. But they say, shoot or shoot, right, Mr. AAU? You gotta shoot.
What is it? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take?
And poet too. I told you, this brother does it all, man. Speaking of doing it all, my man, you also had the same job as me senior year. Senior admission fellow, my guy. Look at that. Could you tell more about that lovely position? I love that position. You can talk about it first, and then I'll.
Well, now, I mean, that makes sense. That's where the interviewing skills really started to blossom for you, I'm sure. Like, that was a great opportunity to, bro, working with not the youth, but younger people. The youth, those are high school kids.
Yeah,
17 years old, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So, yeah, that position was just an opportunity to, for me, I wanted a job on campus. Like, I'd always been big on, like, I'll work during the summers, but I need to focus on school during the semester. And then I was like, no, you can do both, push yourself. So senior year, I got that job where I think it had a lot to do with COVID too, where I was doing the calls remote, now that I think about it. So like I was living fall semester, senior year, I was at home in Medford with my parents, and I would do like in between classes, take a couple calls.
Wow,
and like the students are zooming in from wherever. But I was able to, like, you get comfortable doing it real quick. But I mean, honestly, bro, with something like that, it's like, we only have so much of a role in deciding who gets into Fairfield, but we're able to really work on our interviewing skills. And in that, it's like, for me, I feel like a part of the challenge is to, one, be able to get as much information about this person as I can, so I can then take my efforts and describe them as best as I can. but also you're trying to get as much as you can from them to vet out any red flags. Like if they say something way out of pocket, it's like there's no place for that at our school, So it's like, let me make sure I'm asking the right questions. And if I need to be a little less enthusiastic about them, I will. But like for the most part, it's like, let me give the admissions team a reason to come in excited about this person. Because at the end of the day, bro, like you want to see everybody flourish. So
it was, bro. I'm sorry yours was during COVID, bro, because I had a blast, bro.
Yeah.
It was so fun because originally I've never really stepped into the admissions office. I've done so many jobs on campus.
Right.
Like, before doing the restaurant stuff, after the restaurant stuff, I was like a mascot, for example. This is Stan Shadow, my boy. I did the health center driving stuff because Lucario used to do that. The quick center, working at parking or like what's the other thing? Like an usher, not usher with the cherries, but you know who to call me. Sweet. You know where to find me, bro. You better stop playing iPad Setiani, my Instagram. You know how it is, Tinder, Hinge. But anyway, usher. What was the other stuff? A lot of other random jobs, bro, on campus, right? This job, they paid really well too. I'm not gonna lie. In the admissions office, bro, it was so fun because shout out to the whole office. Everyone there was so nice.
Chris, Paul,
oh my,
Sue. Oh my goodness.
Sue, we love you, girl.
Yes.
I remember she gave us like something for the holidays. Everyone with their own name for all the senior admission fellows. I miss you, bro. I miss everyone in the office. Everyone was so nice, and then all the coworkers. Everyone was super ambitious, chill, good vibes, good energy. And senior admission fellow, honestly, to describe it would just be
a hype man.
Yeah, essentially. Basically, we basically just try to help the counselors decide on like the upcoming class. Essentially, do a lot of like interview stuff. I don't know if you did a like what is it called, an assignment outside of Fairfield.
No.
So I did once, bro. It was pretty cool. Shout out to my boy Will, I believe, one of the counselors too. We went to we went to the Bronx or Brooklyn, whatever. One of these schools, bro, the Jesuit schools. Cristo Rey.
Yes.
School or something like that. And we had some interviews over there. So I did like maybe 5 or 6.
Right.
It was so cool, bro, because we took the train over there, did our thing, did some interviews. And it was cool to meet these kids at their at their domain instead of them coming to us or like a Zoom thing. So it was so different. And these kids, bro, ambitious. It got a fire under me too, more passion. I'm like, these kids had 3 internships before they were getting into
crazy.
I'm like, bro, I barely had 8 internships in college.
This is my internship.
No, for real. I'm like, bro, what? So that whole experience taught me a lot about like ambition, just like keep pushing it through, and it was so nice to see that, and I connected with so many people. Funny story, bro. 2 of the people that I like interviewed before that wanted to go to Fairfield, they were so passionate about Fairfield. These 2 girls, forget their names. I think I have them on Instagram because they followed my old podcast at the time because I had this whole presentation thing. So random. I thought, like you said, I did a lot of stuff on campus, yo.
He was the man.
Yeah, I tried for the family out there. But I interviewed both of these girls. I remember exactly their energy. They were so bubbly. They were excited to be in Fairfield. It was like, what was the scale? 1 to 5 or whatever? Yeah. Oh, man. What are you taking me back from? 1 to 5. I never talked about this on a podcast yet. But yeah, 1 to 5 would be like 1 not recommend, and then 5 like highly recommend to go to Fairfield, fit the culture, and all that stuff. And both these girls, I was like, if I could put a 10, I put a 10. They embody like Jesuit values, good energy. They actually want to go to school for these programs, blah blah blah. A year after, maybe a year after you graduated or something like that, I can't remember. Florida was on campus. Oh, not on campus. He was on the Bridgeport Dome thing, but it was like affiliated with Fairfield. Red Sea Madness. Red Sea Madness is a big concert. So I go with Lucario because we're always active. And then Rachel Belmonte and then her sister too over there and everybody, like we still knew people in that class. I think it was our senior year. So we got tickets. Shout out my boy Noah. We go over there near I forget the name of the arena in Bridgeport. I can't remember.
I'm blanking.
I forget too, but I'm from Bridgeport. It's been a while. But with that arena, go in, bro, have a fun time. Like, Florida, you got the low, all the songs. And bro, 2 of those girls that I interviewed, bro, were like, Patty? I'm like, how y'all remember me? And I remember them too. I was like, oh my God. I hope y'all are doing well. And it was just so cool to connect with them, man. That type of work of just connecting with people. It's like, I hate saying the youth because I sound old as hell. You know what I'm saying? But
back in my day.
Back in my day. But like connecting with people that like have impacted you and you impact them. And like I love how you mentioned like, yeah, man, I really don't know everything, but I know enough to be like, okay, at least I can give some advice, give some good energy to people. And I think that's an important thing with life. Like if you have the opportunity to be a mentor to someone, be the opportunity to give even one piece of advice. That's why I love this podcast. It's a lot of laughs, a lot of like craziness, crazy stories we talk about, but it's all about giving the good energy and positivity to people, man. So at senior admission fellow, I love that job, man. I wish I could do it again, man, because I it cut short because of like COVID, obviously for me. But man, that's crazy. I didn't know you had the Zoom interview, bro.
For the fall, even in the spring when I was back on campus, like a lot of the kids would Zoom in. I think most actually. I don't think I ever did an in-person interview.
Yeah,
maybe like one or two, but
the in-person ones are tough though because like it's hard though because I get how they feel uncomfortable with it because it's hard, bro. Like,
oh yeah.
They're young too, like 17, 18. Like I can't. I didn't even do that when I was trying to get into school, you know. So shout out to them. It taught me a lot about like the ambition was really amazing. It was super inspiring. I think I did do a Zoom one because there was like an international kid doing it. So that was another thing too. I love working with the international kids. So shout out to them, man. Fairfield, man. Great time, man. Great time, man. Great time. And of course, after Fairfield, we had post grad. And you, my man.
Oh boy.
Shout out to our boy Anton Vance.
Eaton Vance.
Okay. See, I can't pronounce anything. I wasn't in English. I was actually, funny enough, communication major. Can't communicate. It's crazy. Is it Eaton?
Eaton. Okay. Like my guys Eaton out there.
Oh yeah, Eaton Vance.
Like
mutual.
N1. Yeah.
N1. Lay. What does it say? Lay. Oh my, he's funny. Mutual fund rep. What does that do? What did you do, bro?
No, I'm kidding.
Corporate.
Corporate. It was first job out of college. Just didn't know what I was doing with an English and Spanish major. Wanted some sort of professional experience, and just started answering the phones for a finance company.
Wow, bro. That's
great. Wild. I had I'm proud of like what I did there because I'm not proud to be part of a corporation, but like I learned. I came in not knowing finance or business really. So to be able to like figure out that role, the niche like systems they had, and then to just do a lot of customer service combined with like figuring out the systems, remembering the things I need to remember, and then getting to a point where I was the OG. Like that was a thing.
He was OG.
They called me the Godfather because like, bro, well, it was a very entry level job. Okay. So after 6 months, a new class of hires comes in. And then after 12 months, they hire. Like every 6 months, they hire. So by the time you hit a year, you're encouraged to like move up in the company. And I hit my year mark, and I'm like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing. So I ended up staying there longer than my peers. I would stay there 18, 19 months.
Oh, wow. Just almost a year and a half.
Yeah, so I was like, by that time, probably the only person left from my group. Like other people were in the company. So I could like, I worked closely with the guy who did the training stuff. And train the new people how to answer the phones, because that role was really like your way in, and then you are able to move up in the company. But it just reaffirmed that I don't want to do that. But I'm grateful I did meet a lot of great people there. You know, financial services.
You took what you could from that opportunity, and I think that's the biggest tip for anyone out there like doing random stuff like post-grad too, bro. I did a lot of traveling and some random gigs like, DoorDash or Instacart or like doing the Squid Game. Shout out to him too. He was there at the Squid Game.
Yes, bro. Yeah, that was a great time.
The first time I remember doing it, I was like, damn, like, it's a downgrade. I don't have a college degree and I'm doing parking. It's raining out or whatever, but I learned so much. And I had a lot of people from the podcast, so I'm so grateful I did it. So it's all in hindsight now. During it, young Patty was like, I was just tripping. What am I doing? I'm wearing this, But now I've come to realize everything in life there's a purpose, there's a meaning. There's some way that you can extract some sort of like advice, some knowledge, something from it. Whether it's a connection, imagine you don't even connect with anybody, but just learning like, okay, now I know exactly. Let's gravitate towards different stuff like helping the community as a director of admissions.
We're going down the whole rabbit.
Yeah, man. Admissions again, man. Look at that. Everything's connected.
It is.
What is the school called? St. Teresa's?
St. Teresa's. Yeah.
It's a
beautiful little school here in Somerville.
Okay. How did you get that opportunity, by the way, man? You signed up randomly?
LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah.
Saw the posting.
LinkedIn, yeah. give me premium for free because that's expensive.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
premium is so expensive.
It's
You gotta
crazy.
stop. Mr. LinkedIn or
Yeah.
Mrs. LinkedIn, I don't know, whatever
Yeah.
you identify as.
Yeah.
Like it's so expensive, bro. Like
Yeah.
crazy.
And just to like, I guess, sum that part of the journey up, it was reaffirming of my love for working with kids, working in the circle of education, whether that's as like an occupation in the future or whatever, just being part of not academia but education,
Yes.
and being present in a space where you're encouraging others to love to learn. Dude, I did like that. Again, teachers are drastically underpaid. Like teachers are heroes. There was a lot of people at that school who that school held a lot of meaning to. It was like neighborhood school, right? Private school, neighborhood school, preschool through 8th grade. So I had just so many different kinds of experiences every day. I would go home and tell Owen every day. Shout out to Owen.
Yeah.
I would tell him like everything that went down because he works with kids too. He's a soccer coach. Like runs his own business now, and he works with a lot of kids. So I'm coming home talking about all the kids I'm seeing, like all the bro. I said hype man earlier. That was not my job, but what I did at the school every day. Like I had a front office desk. I had a front office, I guess. Like I was in the front of the school. So as the kids are going in and coming out, unless I had a meeting that conflicted, which I tried to never have, I'm high-fiving them. I'm doing handshakes.
Yeah,
it brought so much joy to my life. And as a director of admissions, you're supposed to know the school so you can know what you're selling, right? So I had to basically become the male cheerleader and become the person who everyone at the school knows, not necessarily feeling comfortable talking to about like what they don't like, but just be present at all the school life things. Be the person there who, like, if I'm walking through giving a tour, I'm not just pointing at the little kid being like, here's Julia doing her math homework. Right, Julia? You love school. And then it's like, she's like, who's this strange guy in a tie? Like, get him out of here. So I really wanted to like actually be able to authentically tell people about the school. And I loved it, dude. I mean, like I said, everywhere you go in life, bro, there are just so many beautiful interactions, so many beautiful moments and experiences.
Yes.
And even if there are people who you look back, you're like, yo, that person was so like, they were messed up for that. Like there are just so many ways in which everyone can beautifully put out goodness into the world. So while trying to be accountable and hold others accountable and like, make sure people are out here treating everybody with respect and dignity, you can also, I guess, just like, and I know we're going to talk a little bit about guilt, but without feeling too guilty about the stuff in the world around you and the lack of stuff you're doing, it's healthy to appreciate and take pleasure in the good interactions.
Yes, sir. Man, perfect transition to our first talking point. It took us a while to get there.
This is our first talking point?
Yeah, bro, I know.
I'm sorry, bro. Then we can cut.
No, this is good. I love this is why I love the passion. Because honestly, like I mentioned earlier, these talking points are just little cherries on top. I've learned so much. Thanks for being so vulnerable and opening up. Corazón. Hola, mami. ¿Qué lo que? One of my single Latinas that stop playing, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be there, Afro Nation, Dominican Republic. That'd be crazy, but that'd be wild. Anyway, so first talking points. Speaking of pleasure, redefining pleasure. What's something small that brings you big joy lately?
That last word is changing my answer. Lately. So, small pleasures, there's a lot of things, bro. Like, just getting a coffee. Getting a coffee.
He does love his coffee.
I love my coffee. I need it.
Shout out to that coffee shop you brought me, bro. What is it called?
Was it 1369?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's where we went.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Where I brought you. Yes, yeah. Again, just a Cambridge, Somerville staple. Just a beautiful place. And a lot of shout-outs. I love that.
Yeah, bro. Come on. This is what this should be called the shout-out show.
The shout-out show, yeah. But loving a cup of coffee, loving a good book, loving a good bike ride. Like, there's a lot of things. A good song, a good episode of Living Single, the sitcom of the 90s. Like, there's just a lot of simple pleasures in life. I know there's a new passion of mine that we can get into.
Yes, please.
But, like, as far as just simple pleasures, I'll say doing, like, Uber Eats this winter, I've gone into a lot of, like, random that's delivering for Uber Eats, not just ordering a lot for myself. But but going into like all these I guess, luxury apartment buildings, or going into like hotels or restaurants. Some restaurants, their bathrooms, they'll randomly just have nice artwork. So going into all these different places where you appreciate the decor. I'm not kidding about the bathroom line. Like these random restaurants, bro, will have just like,
I believe you, bro. They pull up like crazy, bro.
Yeah,
like,
so
I don't even want to use the bathroom here.
I just want to stare. Yeah,
yeah, bro. It's like too I'm gonna destroy that toilet. If I, like I'm leaving. I'm going to McDonald's. Sorry, McDonald's. You need better decor in your bathroom.
For real. But I mean, I love going to museums. Boston has so many beautiful museums, art museums. Appreciating art is definitely something, like paintings and like physical art, I guess too. But just the little things like smelling the roses, right? That simple pleasure has just been. I'll take pictures too a lot. Maybe one day I'll like write a essay about it and post all the pictures to coincide. But there's a lot of I have a lot of pictures in my phone of just simple paintings that I'll like see when I'm out, like running through all these restaurants and apartments and hotels, and that is really beautiful because you're like, this stinks. Like I don't like driving around all winter, putting miles on my car, running in and out of restaurants, getting tickets for double parking.
For real. So road in rough, man. It's terrible.
It's a grind, but it is beautiful to be able to take pleasure in those little moments. Be like, I'm sitting here waiting for this food to be delivered. This restaurant has a beautiful picture. Let me take a photo of this painting. So that's been a simple pleasure, like very very simple.
Bro, I like that a lot, man. And it all comes down to like the perspective of it.
Yes.
Like you could be, let's say, in a crappy situation. Like imagine you're back in Salvatore.
Yeah.
Cleaning the dishes, man. But then you realize you just take a breath. You're like, I can stand up.
Yeah.
Like I can barely stand up today though, guys. I was playing soccer. My feet are killing me. So I have so much appreciation for just being able-bodied, bro. That's like one of the big things I've come to realize. That's why I've been playing so much sports, like soccer, volleyball, football, all that stuff. I'm not saying we are all gonna die eventually. That's spoilers, right?
Yeah. Wait, for real? Oh.
That's it's a different segment.
Yeah.
But so because I think before I started to get back into the sports, bro, I was like just so tired because like work and everything, life and everything. And I realized, you know what? It is tiring, but I feel so much better after like playing a team sport, doing all this stuff, getting active, movement, and it's something I never regret. Even if I almost broke my ankle today, it hurt, man. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Scoring that goal and getting the assist was worth it. You know what I'm saying? World Cup 2026. I'm gonna play for Indonesia. Hopefully they're about to qualify, but I hope they do. That'd be so amazing. That'll be too much fun. And that's probably when I settle down and everything. All the little pleasures in life, bro. Thanks for sharing that. I love all the little details, and he basically did that all today. So that's amazing. That's also implemented in your routine a little bit. Kind of connects to our second talking point, the daily practices of pleasure. Okay. What are some personal rituals or habits that give you peace, pleasure, or joy? You talked about it a lot, reading and all that stuff. But any others that you want to like shout out there? Give some people some suggestions to do out there.
I'd say if you're talking daily, just journaling.
Journaling. Oh, journaling. Yeah. Okay.
I've been bad about it. I haven't been consistent, but I know that is when I do it, I feel great about it. It's very enjoyable. If I didn't nap right before this episode, I was going to do a lot of journaling to prepare for the show, but also just it's been a great weekend. It's been a lot going on, so much fun. And as much as journaling is like a health thing, like some people go to therapy, some people journal, some people do both. Like we've all been there, but it's like journaling can be used for the bad times, but the good. And that's like, I mean, think of how much we did this weekend. We were outside.
We were outside. Like you were.
I have no voice, bro. Like
I don't know how we survived. Like you said earlier in the episode, bro. You gotta go outside, bro. Like and legitimately go outside. Like if you're in the club, like I talk about this in Sydney's episode. I don't want to be a hater, but like, how do you go to a club and not dance? Not dance, just stand there. I'm pretty sure these people do it just for like the story. Like we outside. No, you're not.
You're inside for what?
You know what we need to do? I need to be a cop in that right. Like we can be like, we outside. No, I caught you. You're not outside.
Let's bring Hayden back. bring Hayden back. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you ain't even dancing.
Yeah.
Girl, what you doing? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
But it's all love. It's all playful. Like, but like it just like in Indonesian we call it heran gitu. Like heran. You're like, huh? They're like, bro, what?
Yeah.
That's the best way I'll describe that word. Like,
Yeah.
You kidding me, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you pay $30 to go to the club and you doing this?
Yeah.
I could have got $30, got some Paisani food over there. You know what I'm saying? Way more than that.
With personality.
With personality, another key right there.
Come get some.
Journaling though, going back to journaling, bro, it is great. Just taking that moment to just be present. And like you said, I've been so reflective recently. The past couple of days, like Friday was a banger, man. So much fun. We were surprising Lucario. That was a great time. Went out and then did our thing. And then Saturday was his surprise party. We were like working out, seeing John Coach. Did so much stuff. Went outside, went to his crib. And I was playing soccer today. Recording podcast episode. It's a blessing, man. More flowers again, bro. Appreciate you.
Bro,
all that good stuff, man. Our final talking point, my boy.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure as a compass. Mm-hmm. The compass to the Dominican Republic. How do we get there?
Yeah.
That's not the question. That's a statement.
I got an answer, but
yeah. We're doing that, you know?
Yeah.
How has feeling what feels good lead you to who you are today?
Loaded. Wow, I like the way you put that. Well, what feels good? I feel like it's hard to. You'd be lying to yourself if you're trying to be a person if you're depriving yourself of all that feels good, you're not going to actually be you. So in order to be you, like you can say the best version of you might be abstaining from like certain pleasures and doing more for others or working harder on like a job or something. But like if you don't give yourself time to enjoy, like you're not going to actually become the person who you are. So, I mean, for me at least, it's like I go and, I talk to, like I said, my friend Ryan, who owns the truck, shout out Paisani. I talk to him all the time. Like when I started with him, I was like, bro, I don't know if I'm going to do this for 3 years, 30. Like, I really don't know. He's like, Murph. And he's like, Murph, whatever you want to do, we'll support you to help you get where you need to be, develop the skills and all that stuff. So again, shout out the Paisans, food personality. But I say that because I'm like, yeah, I do wonder, like, do I want to go to school and like get a master's and like, or do I want to do something else that I've never done? What is my purpose? How can I give the most into the world every day? Because I do think I love a lot of the things of what I do now, and I'm able to bring positivity to that in a lot of ways. But will I find more pleasure in directly like doing something else that's related to, in my case, I understand that I like working with people, specifically kids. I like to talk, in case you haven't noticed. So it's like and that's why they stick me in the window on the truck. Or pull me out of the window, stick me on the fryer.
Talk to the fryer, right?
Murph, we have 10 sandwiches waiting. Come on,
I get that problem too, bro.
It's crazy. But I'll say this, like you're not gonna actually be yourself if you're not in some way doing what brings you joy. And that doesn't have to be as a full-time job. Like that is a privilege, another P word. To have this dilemma in your mid-20s at the age of 25, not yet 26. We're getting there. But to have this dilemma, this qualm of like, do I want to change my career for the third time in 5 years? Do I want to try something I've never done before? What do I want to move away? What am I supposed to be doing? How do I want to spend my free time? Do I want to get involved in new organizations or continue working at the ones I'm working at in my free time? Like, what's my purpose? What's my direction? That is such a privilege. And I think you don't necessarily need to do it a certain way. But I had a new friend who I've met at dancing, and she is an absolute godsend of an angel. She's just an amazing person.
Shout out to her.
Shout out Christine. But she was talking about how she's like, well, picture you're 40. Like, what do you want your life to look like then? And there's a lot of different ways you can plan your life and how you can kind of envision your future. But what I think is a great suggestion that she made was like, where do you want to be then, and how now plan backwards? Like, how are you going to get there? So it might not end up looking like that. But if you follow your heart, and I think the biggest thing, bro, is like, again, getting back to this age we're in where it's like, we're adults. somehow we're adults.
Yeah, tell me about it. Those taxes tell me I'm an adult. I'll tell you that much. God damn.
Uncle Sam's my least favorite uncle.
Man, California, you crazy.
Yeah. But, you know, life changes. You moved.
Yeah.
You know, you make new friends. You grow away from others. Like, things change. You lose people. But if you just, at the end of the day, like, do your best to give them what's good in the world, and then in that, you know, try as much as you can to bring all the goodness, but then push yourself to feel pleasure in your own right.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm trying hard with the P's here,
yeah,
but
this is great, bro.
I think if the two are intertwined, it's really going to be like key to discovering yourself, but also to living a life that's as filled with joy as you want it to be.
Yeah, bro. And I need to hear that, bro, because we talked about it early. This trip in general was a super spontaneous one.
Super.
Maybe like less than 2 weeks planned, like some crazy stuff like that. I think I told you about this too. Like the burnout was kind of real because for the past over a year, almost a half, being in LA, like grinding, doing all these different random gigs, and like I'm grateful, with the podcast stuff, and then like doing corporate stuff like Meta, and then all the other jobs, personal training, everything. Yep. I think I've neglected the importance of pleasure a lot, and that's what the podcast is about. So we're gonna enjoy. It's not me without like fun, like playing soccer, hanging out with friends, and that's why, like, even though this ticket plenty was kind of crazy, I pulled the trigger and I was like, hey man, when I'm like you said, I'm 40, bro, am I gonna like be, oh my god, I lost this amount of money because of that one trip? No, I'm gonna be like, damn, even if that trip was $5,000, which it wasn't that crazy amount. Like that would be stupid. Like that kind of is. It was like $5,000. I'm like, I remember every moment of it. Yeah. So I'm grateful, and it's still a nice jump. Still got a lot to do on this trip. So I'm so grateful for all the good stuff. I just want to ask this one question to wrap things up, because this is actually a really good one. I love. What would you say to someone who feels guilty for choosing pleasure?
Damn. Wow.
It's a good question. That's what I really want.
Yeah. You saved the best for last. I would say if you kind of like with comedy. So do you know Jesus and Mero, the two like former podcasters? They had a show. They're two guys from the Bronx who like Mero currently has a podcast with Carmelo Anthony. Yeah. Dominican guy. And so Jesus and Mero used to have a show on like what's the channel? Spike, like one of those channels. That was raunchy. Then they got it picked up by Showtime. So they had like Showtime money, and they made it nice. They said this about comedy one time, where they were like, because Mero, like I said, is Dominican, and I think Jesus he's Caribbean. So they were talking about like comedy, and they were making fun of Taylor Swift a lot, and they got flack for it. Like white America was like, how dare you make fun of our queen and savior? And Mero was basically just like, bro, comedy, like, because then there's the double standard too, where it's like, oh, cancel culture.
Oh, like, my God,
So their logic is like, bro, if you're with comedy, it's like, you got to swing up. You can't, like, if you're swinging down and you're making jokes about the people in society who are already getting beaten up on, and you're building on negative stereotypes, and you're like, people who already feel alienated, you're making jokes about them, like, that's not good. And I'm not saying if somebody's very successful and they have it great, you make fun of them and you like bully them, but it's like the jokes don't hit the same. Like, you have to be able to, again, why empathy is so important. If your emotional intelligence is there, like, you're going to be able to understand, like, a joke you make about Taylor Swift being, falling in love every 6 months is not the same if you make a joke about, like, we've mentioned his name too many times. Like, if you make a joke about an R&B singer, they're victims. Like, that is that's already a person who's fighting. Like, you're not that person as a victim and going against a famous person who makes art we love. They're already like marginalized, and they're already like not going to have their voice heard, and like they're oppressed.
And going through it, man. Like,
exactly.
You just put more energy.
Yeah. So it's like you're not, or like just making fun of any, like, if you swing up, you're like, it's different. You're going to be able to laugh.
Swift, she's good for her generation. Like, you can say any crazy stuff about her. Even if she does care, she in a yacht.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then so it's like that's why they're punching up. Like it doesn't really matter. That's what comedy is. It's in an interesting space right now. I think personally, it's gonna transition back to the older way.
Wow.
Where that's why that's just my guess because like with fashion too, right? Like, cycles around. Yeah. I think at this point, people are gonna be so tired of the cancel culture, bro. It's gonna be extreme. That's what I think. And I don't know if it's good or bad. The only good thing is like sometimes you can just go crazy with it. You just go whatever, you know. But it is like, well, this is my prediction right there. The other thing is like cancel culture isn't even, and this is a clip right here. Cancel culture is not even real, bro. We canceled R. Kelly. His music's all on streaming. You can stream any one of his 27 albums right now, and people still listen to him. You know, and people still listen to him. Like Ignition Remix is going to come on at your next family function. Like so, all that. That's a good song. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a really good song, guys. I can't like. All that's to answer the question. Yes, like if when you're feeling pleasure, if you are doing it in a way that's beating down on people, and if your pleasure is coming at the expense of others, then you need to sit back and think. But if your pleasure is not necessarily coming from swinging up, but if you're just like, you don't have to be swinging, like it's genuine. Yeah, it's genuine. Yeah, like if it's with good intention and like you understand the effects of your pleasure. That's what it is. That's the comedy metaphor, I guess. Is like swinging down is you making a joke, trying to be funny, trying to have a laugh without thinking of the repercussions. So if you're having pleasure and you're thinking of the repercussions and you understand, I'm swinging up, there's no like real repercussions to this joke, no marginalized groups getting hurt, then you're going to be able to enjoy that pleasure. And it's pleasure that's going to, if you sit back and think about it, you're going to feel good about, because you're like, my pleasure's not coming at the expense of hurting others. Yeah, man. It's super important too, and that's why the duality of like joking about like my favorite artist being Chris Brown and everything. Like his music, honestly, saved me a couple times. Like it's from dark places because it's like I mean, not the booty shaking lyrics. Like like these ain't loyal. I mean, sometimes though, those breakup songs. I can't lie to you, but there's like some good vibes out there that like. Yeah, man, it's hard because especially with this whole, like everybody has to kind of tiptoe with everything. Feeling guilty is such a common thing right now. They're like, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you painting? Aren't you a basketball player? Yeah. Hey, you're right. Why are you doing bachata? Yeah. What are you doing, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. What's wrong? Yeah. There's a lot of people that do that, but those people that do that, bro, they ain't not really there for you, man. If you feel guilty doing something, man, you can get out of that rut and just forget that, man. Remember, like we mentioned earlier, man, it ain't that deep. I'm glad I did the podcast, and then I didn't think about the noise. I'm just like, man, forget this. I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna reach episode. This is episode 48. It's crazy, blessed, all that good stuff, man. With personality, podcast with personality, all that stuff. Before we wrap up, cut you off, flower session for Patty. This man here, 48 episodes of bringing people together, bringing people from all over the world, all different walks of life, all different backgrounds, experiences, bringing people on the show, letting their stories be told. This right here is something that helps build empathy in listeners. You're bringing people together, telling stories. You make everybody in every space feel super loved, empowered. It's what you're doing is remarkable. I don't understand how people in your industry do what you do. You're in so many different industries. You're doing a lot too. Like you alluded to your hustles earlier. You're doing so many of them, and iron sharpens iron, even across the coast, bro. Like it's, I'm blessed to know you. It's a privilege, P word, to be on this podcast. Keep doing what you're doing. I thank you. I appreciate you. And it's people like you who we have a lot of pleasure together. We're gonna we have a lot of pleasure together, guys. We have a lot of fun times together. We go out, bro. We party, salir a la discoteca. We do it all, right? We've done bachata together. We just did a Spanish episode of the podcast. But in the same breath, I can sit down with you and you were asking me tomorrow morning, like, can I go with you to go to the shelter to serve food? Like you're outside, you're doing the things. You saw Jan coaching the other day. You stayed and coached with Jan. Like you want to make an impact. You do it through your jobs. You do it through every interaction you have with people. You always have, and then you still want to do more. So shout out to you, bro. You crazy, man. I didn't expect, damn, bro. I receive everything you just said, man. I got a little emotional. That was good, man. Woo, man. Mi corazón. I don't remember what else, all the other stuff. But, man, I'm so grateful. What a fun episode. We had a lot of funny stuff out here, but a lot of inspiration, man. I hope this can inspire you all out there. What's the Paisani Instagram and all the like info?
All that stuff. Yeah. Paisani Food Truck. Paisani Food Truck. Check us out on socials. Come visit us in Boston.
Boston, baby.
You know, we'll be outside. You might hear the bachata, the reggaeton blaring out of the speakers on the truck.
Yes, sir. You know who it is. You know who it is.
You know who's working. It's the guy in the orange hat.
Yes, sir. The big man himself.
Yes, sir.
And I'm so blessed, grateful again, bro. Thanks for the good energy, bro. Let's end with a grateful way of our arigato on 3 whenever you're ready, bro.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Arigato.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of The Patty Show. I hope you had as much fun as I did exploring the crossing point of the 3 Ps: passion, pleasure, and positivity. If you want to keep the Patty Party going, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all social platforms at Patty Show Podcast. Share this episode and leave a positive review. PattySatiati.com/podcast, as well as pattyshow.podbean.com, have got more of your Patty Show needs. In the meantime, keep passionately pursuing your personal paradise. Arigato.